a marine firefighter.
Is your base like on water?
You could see the fire from our mainland.
She opened the door and then poof, like smoke everywhere. But on water. This is your daily Ketchup. Boom. We're continuing our series where we interview people with weird jobs, and today's guest might be our hottest yet.
Hey.
So if you can't already tell from the hats that I'm wearing, it's Captain James Lim from SCDF.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
I love men in uniform.
Paw Patrol.
Thank you for having me.
Before we continue, I just want to point out that Captain James isn't just a firefighter, he's a marine firefighter.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, so we are still firefighters at our core. Our primary job is still to fight fires, but we do it out at sea. You know, we have to deal with fighting fire on a ship. The ship structure is usually made of steel, so the fires are hotter and more confined areas. I think, John, you would know.
Yes.
Since you served in the Navy.
But never catch fire before. There's a lot of stuff to it because the ship got a lot of compartment, right? The whole damn thing is a floating metal thing, right? So if you catch fire, it's like nobody got anywhere to run one. So the whole thing heats up really quickly. There's a lot of electronics also, ma. So if this room catch fire, right, the top gets them hot, the side gets them hot, the bottom gets them hot. So you have to go and like spray water on the other side. I mean, I never really see the fire, that's what they tell us. I never really spray the wall.
This is what you imagine.
Yeah, but in my head, it was damn exciting one because like the door is like metal.
Oh, you touch your handle then like...
So you cannot even... so you must wayang open... I mean, for me, it's wayang lah. For you, it's a real thing lah. It's like super wayang. You have to open your glove, then you use the back touch a bit. Because if you burn, you don't want to burn here, then you cannot pick up shit. So if you burn here, you still get burned, but you can pick up stuff. You know? So is this real? Do you all do that?
Yeah, can you corroborate
Yes,
that, please?
Okay. I feel like he's just smiling at me. Like, what the heck is this guy?
Telling me how to do
so
my
good.
job. But how often do these like fires happen? Like, is there a ship on fire every day?
I think the number of incidents that we attend varies. But just to give you some context, I think in 2022, SCDF responded to about 1,800 fire incidents. Yeah.
Wow, that's mad. You kena before. Have you fought fire on a ship that is like...
Yes, not too long ago, I did attend a fire on a vessel. So. Yeah.
Okay, well, you say attend like it's a workshop. But okay.
Just another day in the office.
What happened?
Thankfully, when we got there, the ship crew were already in the midst of fighting the fire. That's what usually happens. They try to take care of the incident themselves. So we went on board, and then there was, it was quite chaotic. We saw the ship crew running around. So
they're just running.
I mean, they were trying to come to us also to bring us to the fire. So I went over and I met the chief officer. So he gave me a brief background on what happened, how long the fire had been raging, and then he was telling me where it might have originated from.
Also, it already spread at that point.
At that time, I think it started at the second deck, basically level 2 and it spread upwards to
it's so
level
confusing,
3.
I tell you, ship levels. I don't understand ones.
Starboard.
Yeah, so there's port, starboard, all these terms. Yeah, so it was very smoky and we couldn't locate the fire. So I think we spent some time trying to locate the fire. When we managed to locate, we put it out. And I think the rest of the operations was really to make sure there was no reignition and there were no other parts of the vessel that was on fire.
How you bring water in?
Yeah, I'm thinking like the hose, is it from the boat?
Yeah.
Then you carry it, then you just
No, the hose is like one end and the other end empty. They just throw it.
Are you using the native ship's firefighting system, or you bring your own?
So our vessels, SCDF vessels, we do have fire pumps to draw water from the sea and then pump it out into our hoses for us to fight fires.
Yeah, but you never really know how far you need to take your hose, right? So like, what's the maximum length that this hose can go into? Because you go to rooms
each length of hose is 20 meters, and so we connect as much as we need to get to the fire.
Yeah, can be connected lah,
right.
bodoh.
So
I was thinking like, that's not very far.
20 meters is 2 km, right?
No, 20 meters is 20 meters.
What is going on?
My math very bad. I don't know.
That's not math. You don't get behind math very bad. Math can be hard, I understand.
2 km is 2,000 meters.
Oh. So 200 meters lah.
20 meters.
20 meters.
There is no need for.
There's no conversion involved.
In case your thing is very early in the morning, it's not. It's like 10 plus.
What's like the craziest rescue you've been involved in?
I think one of the bigger incidents that I responded to was the one on the Kusu Island. It was a shrine on top of Kusu Island that caught fire. Yeah, so that
Right.
one was quite big and prolonged. I think you could see the fire, from mainland. Yeah, so that was
From China, no. Yeah.
Hey, I'll believe anything you say.
so that one was challenging because we had to set up hoses, from our vessel, all the way to the shrine.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
on top of a small hill, so you had to climb stairs
Pilgrimage up to the...
up to the shrine. Yeah.
So, what sustained the fire? It probably started by offerings, but what sustained it?
the shrine was on top of a hill, right? So there was a lot of vegetation there also,
Right.
and of course in the
Oh.
shrine, like what you mentioned, there were offerings and combustibles there, lah.
So how long did that fire take to put out?
The operation lasted throughout the night. I think we only stood down, fully returned back to base the next morning, lah.
I was wondering, like that the Tuas I think had quite a big fire once or twice, right? Then it also took like 8 hours this kind to put out. But like, so how does it work? Like you have shift work. Then after 2 hours, I go to the side, eat my lunch. Then somebody else takes over. How does that work?
Yeah, so we do rotate, We have another team that will come in and take over the firefighting operations. Yeah, but I think why these incidents are prolonged also because the fire is, there are embers still deep seated, so it's not as easy as spraying water on the
Yeah.
surface and then the fire is out. If there are embers below, there's still a risk of it reigniting or spreading.
Meanwhile, we've been trying to start a fire with a lighter the last 2 hours. I wouldn't sign up. Why did you do this job? How did it start?
Yeah, I heard that you have a pretty almost superhero-like origin story. If you could tell us through that.
Yeah, I was volunteering actually in India after university. I took a gap year. lah. So I was
It's
in
this
India.
kind of people how they join SCDF. It's true.
At that time, there was an earthquake that hit Nepal.
Oh.
So then I saw on my socials that I had a few friends who were organizing relief trips to Nepal to help out. So I volunteered my services. But then I was told, they needed people with first responder training, with first responder skills. Yeah. So at that time, I didn't have any training or skills to offer. I wanted to equip myself with the skills, so that if there was any of such incidents in future, I could help out. Yeah. So that led me to sign on, and
Look at you.
I also aim to. When I joined SCDF, I also aimed to join the disaster response team, disaster assistance and response team.
Dart.
That
Yeah.
one
Dark,
on
right?
your sleeve.
Yes, yep, that.
What
Yeah.
is the DUT selection process? How does it begin?
Firstly, there was a call, for interested parties to sign up for the selections. Firstly, we had to meet certain requirements. We had to be at least 3 years in service. Then we had to go through a psychometric test,
Psychometric test like test what?
a list of questions, like a questionnaire. So basically, like
It's the one you do in army, right?
correct.
BMT, right?
Yeah,
Aptitude.
similar to the one that you did,
Right.
in before army. And then we passed that, and then we went to the pre-selections, train up for 10 km run, because
Right,
that's
okay.
one of the criteria, to be able to run 10 km.
In how long? Oh my God.
In 45 minutes.
Oh, cannot.
Yeah.
I tried once, it was 60 minutes. And I
so
want to
that's
die
not
already.
bad.
Hey, thank you.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and then we had to be proficient in swimming as well and treading water. And then also there were certain components like being able to carry out certain tasks in our firefighting suits and all. Yeah, so that's all the components that we had as part of the selection process.
What was what
Pass rate,
percentage didn't make
yeah.
it?
The selections that I went to, there were 11 of us. And so 5
so
of us.
few even
made
try
it.
out. That's crazy.
11. Okay, but in the pre-selection phase, I think we had about 38 who signed up for the pre-selection. So as the trainings went by, some felt that they were not prepared enough, so they put themselves out.
So in the end, five people got selected.
5 of us got selected, and then we went through the course. It was an 8-week course, and then we passed out. Yeah.
Pass out, really pass out.
So my wife is like, do you know what happened? Then I'm like, what? And then like, our dog was outside with you.
Right.
And like, she smelled the smoke, and then she wanted to go back to the room, and then the door was closed, so she scratched the door.
Well, your dog just left you, or?
Huh?
Is that?
One might say my dog was alerting my wife.
No, you were right there.
Hold up! Comment down below. This is a fire episode. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll go back to the episode.
It's to get hot.
You like your job?
Yes, I
always think it's one of the few careers, right, that has a strong meaning to humanity. Literally, you're saving lives. Money is enough. I mean, I would think lah, right? Because public officers, and then it keeps you fit. It's like a super trifecta of things. So what's the downside?
Well, to add on, I think the upsides are.
What? It's not even a triangle, it's just square.
I'm in the marine unit, so I get to be out in the sea. I get to enjoy the sun. So that's something that I enjoy lah.
Wait, is your base like on water?
Yeah, so our base is located near the waters. We are located in
City Hall.
in Brani, in Brani base. So our vessels are all berthed there. So we get to sail out for training.
Right.
Yeah.
The dude that shoot the water from the ship like fun.
Oh my god, I've seen that in the arcade.
Yeah, the arcade.
You know the
it's a real
Jurassic Park, the
thing.
Jurassic
But
Park game.
of course, it's not like holding it lah. It's just a press of a button and then the
joystick
water
lah.
comes out.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Auto aim
Not auto aim, as in, but
Okay lah.
power steering.
Your shifts are what, like 24-hour shifts, is it?
correct. Yeah. So we work 24 hours on and 48 hours off.
How does 24 hours on work? Like realistically, you're taking
Like
that
how
far.
are you awake?
So we are on standby on 24 hours. We do follow a routine, like a schedule. Yeah, so we have trainings in the mornings, and then we go back. We have our PT sessions in the evenings. Then we break for dinner. If there are no incidents, we can rest.
But at any point, the fire alarm can go off, right? Then you all need to go and get ready.
Yeah, so we are expected to be out of the station in 1 minute.
What if I'm in the toilet?
Then you...
Like, I'm just halfway through and then the fire alarm ring.
Well, it's doable.
It sounds like it has happened to him before.
I've run out mid-shower as well with shampoo on my head. So yeah,
Never mind, I'll wash off in the water later.
On the way there, then
Use the hose. We'll wear the cap. You won't see the shampoo.
One of the more memorable incidents I went to was actually when I was a very young officer, when I was fresh off training. One of my first few incidents, I actually attended to an incident where a child was locked in a room. When we arrived, the mother was quite frantic. Then she shared that they actually were cooking in the room.
oh wait, this is like on land.
Yes, on land.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Like, wow, this
when
goes so good.
when I was a young officer,
Okay.
he had accidentally locked himself in the room, and then the mom was cooking something, so she was very frantic and worried. Yeah, so we had to break the door and go in to rescue the child.
Is breaking the door like just kick?
No. So we have
Okay,
special equipment, hydraulic equipment that we use to break the doors.
Oh, the child was locked together with the cooking.
Correct.
I
Yeah,
thought she was
in the
cooking.
room, in the bedroom.
And then
yeah.
there was a fire from there.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
So I think being a young officer and responding to such incidents, it made me realize, that these are quite real These happen quite often. Unattended cookings, people being trapped in their buildings.
Right. I was gonna say like my brother is like super paranoid about house fires. So my house, I have like 3 extinguishers. I have like fire blanket, all this kind
Like
of stuff.
full-size extinguishers.
No, small one.
Yeah.
But then it's like my
Shopee.
Like one day I come home, then it's like all lined up on the floor. Then my mom say the salesman come, then my brother insisted that she buy. No, but we've never had to use it. Someone nowadays stove, not even the
No.
stove,
So I'm not proud to say this in front of especially a firefighter, but this year I actually almost set my house on fire from a cooking incident.
I believe you. Sounds exactly like you.
So it was a late night, like kind of like 4 a.m. I had gone out like drinking with friends.
Do it in the afternoon during working hours, you know what I mean? So you need to activate them. It's not like they have to wake up.
So I have this ritual of like when I get home after a night of drinking, I will make a pot of instant noodles.
Yeah.
And 3 sausages.
I like how you do this often enough that you have a ritual.
Yeah, it's a ritual every night one. Yeah. So I wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I went to cook the noodles, right, the water and all that kind of stuff. And I throw the sausages in. Then I go and shower. Then when I came out, I thought like by the time it'll be done lah, but it wasn't. So I went to the couch and then I fell asleep.
Oh.
I woke up and my wife was like,
oh, your wife woke up before you.
yeah, I woke up and then everything was hazy because like the whole house was covered in smoke already.
Right.
Because I don't have a hood. I
Right.
cheap man for my renovation.
No, useless one hood, really.
Thanks. Okay, thank you for making me feel better. So
You also don't have a window.
my wife is like, do you know what happened? Then I'm like, what? Then like our dog was outside with you.
Right.
And like she smelled the smoke and then she wanted to go back to the room and then the door was closed, so she scratched the door.
Well, your dog just left you,
Huh?
Is that?
One might say my dog was alerting my wife.
No, you were right there. Then why did he just scratch you?
The more
It's like, don't
responsible,
bother this guy.
alert the more responsible
Yeah.
person lah. Then wow, like so she opened the door and then poof, like smoke everywhere and then like the house smelled like smoke for like 3 days.
You would have died
on,
if you don't have your dog.
True.
You would have
My
died
wife
of
always was
carbon
against
monoxide
me,
poisoning.
No, you know what's the best part? After that, he still tried to cook the sausage again.
Yeah.
The same piece,
No, I take out
Oh,
another
okay.
pack. Then she like, stop already lah. Yeah, but after that we did buy 2 fire extinguishers. Yeah, and that's a pro tip. You have to buy 2 because you cannot
That's
just have
a pro
1 and then you
tip.
put in the kitchen. Then if your kitchen got fire, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
So you get another one.
So we-
He's in the kitchen.
Yeah, so,
How dare you.
so we have 1 in the kitchen in case the toilet catch fire, but we have 1 in the bedroom in case the kitchen catch fire.
So last time I had a freelance job, right, when I was really young to do a door-to-door self-fire extinguisher. You got before, not walao, damn difficult. Okay. So what I learned is this,
Not if
you
my
fact check
brother's
me,
in the
you
house.
fact check me. There are 3 main types of fire extinguishers, right? One of it is the foam one, some is the CO2 one, and then some is the powder one. Correct?
Interesting.
You don't know that?
No.
Because of how
is your sales pitch lah.
what story you gonna say to make them buy it? You gotta tell them your house gonna catch fire. No, you gotta tell them you have the superior product. You know? So we sell the powder one, which is the most used one.
Yeah. Dry powder extinguishers
I
are
don't know
the
why I'm
more
even trying. You go.
versatile ones, that we recommend for everyone to have in their homes. Yeah, so they can tackle a bigger variety of fires compared to the water-based or the CO2 extinguishers. Yeah. So yeah, I think you did a good job.
Thanks, man.
Recommending
buy or not?
the dry powder ones.
I think I saw it for.
You make bang,
It was backbreaking. But I went to buy for my new house. It's $4.50, guys. Like on
What?
Shopee.
So cheap?
But 1 use lah. But enough lah, I guess.
Wait, how big is it though? just make
Yeah, I never
it.
used before. Because it's the powder one. The powder you cannot play. You know, like the secondary school one, your friends think you go and play, right?
Oh,
like,
sit on the chair then.
last time I was secondary school, that time there was people that would
What?
play one. Sorry,
the races.
my school rubber lah. Then they will spray, then it's CO2 ma, so quite fun ma. Spray finish already, hang back.
Oh my god.
Don't tell this with my SCDF officer next to us. He go,
No, but it really do be like that. That's what you need to do, like fire extinguisher inspections, right?
Right.
Then it's the whole bloody school turn white. It's like bam, the whole thing just so like even gonna play gacha probably.
yeah,
And
like,
actually, I have to confess, I did it once also.
In secondary
When I
school,
was in school.
it was always fated lah.
Maybe,
This is your
yeah,
career. What else you
yeah,
gonna do, man?
It was just your
that
future self
started my
telling you to,
interest
like,
in
yeah.
firefighting.
I didn't peg you as a rule breaker.
Yeah. So it's like, why is it wrong to do this? What do I need to do such that it's correct?
But of
to do
course,
this?
I got punished after that.
that instills the discipline and then it all sets him up.
But Gerald, I think you would have saved a lot of hassle if you had a fire alarm at home. So instead of your dog alerting your
My dog
wife,
is my
maybe
fire
your fire alarm would have alerted everyone, yourself and your wife earlier.
But isn't a fire alarm like something like I feel like is you have to install it when you are renovating your house or something because there's wiring and all that kind of stuff, right? You have you can just install it like that.
Is it not like a doorbell?
There are battery operated ones. That you can easily just fix.
But how sensitive is this fire alarm actually? Like I scared like if I just do basic cooking because when I was on exchange in Sweden, right, like we just cook a bit. We also no hood or anything. Then the
No,
smoke.
but you just turn it off. Because it's not like it's connected to a building, then you need to call some guy. You just turn off if it buzzes. You know what I mean?
I had this impression
Yeah,
that
'cause in
it's
school
connected
it's a
to the
damn big deal.
SCDF and when
Oh,
it
no,
rings,
no.
the
Yeah.
firefighters will come.
So it's basically to alert yourself or your neighbors that that there might be unattended cooking or
Oh,
something.
the neighbors
that
can
is,
hear it also.
Is that loud?
It's loud enough for your neighbors
Depends
to
on the
hear
battery,
it. Yeah.
My doorbell.
Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting. If I'm not wrong, it's some form of laser or light technology. There's a emitter and a receiver, such that when there is anything that blocks it, which is smoke, only smoke can enter the vent, then the light penetration reduces, then it sounds out. Which means you will need that kind of smoke light. So if you cook until like that, maybe you should also stop cooking, to be honest. Yeah.
You're quite well versed. Do you also sell fire?
That was the expansion pack, but I never got the promotion.
You purchase this kind of thing.
What are some like tips to prevent like house fires? Like where do they commonly happen that people don't realize?
Well, firstly, not leave your cooking unattended.
Wah, you look at me,
Secondly, when we talk about electrical appliances, there are fires that are of electrical origin. So, it would help greatly if you use appliances that have the safety mark.
Right.
If you don't overload your sockets, don't stack your...
Wait, don't stack my sockets.
Don't. Oh my god.
No, like the multi-plug lah.
Yeah, if you put
Multi-plug
multi-plug on multi-plug, then, you're putting yourself at risk.
Never.
Yeah. So if you see frayed wires, they might also lead to electrical fires. Then of course, if you have PMDs, those e-scooters and all, you make sure that they have the safety mark, they're approved for use. You don't overcharge them. Yeah,
Right.
and I think maybe just clearing the area, where you charge all these devices of clutter, not having combustibles near all these areas, would help also. So if in the event that fire really starts, it doesn't spread onto all the combustibles and make the fire even worse.
And then get a fire extinguisher and a smoke detector.
Fire extinguishers.
What I didn't know is that the oil fire, then you cannot pour water.
Yeah.
Then it makes it bigger somehow. Even I'm confused.
I love how there was at some point, because there are so many demonstrations on pouring water on oil, right? It means at some point, right, like SCDF or like firefighters around the world is just trying to tell people cannot. Then they're like, why cannot? It's like cannot, it will explode. It's like won't? Because like they keep showing right? Like why people don't want to believe, yeah?
Yeah, the worst thing to do in such situations is actually to pour water. Yeah, I think the easiest way is just to put the lid back on, cover it,
Oh, that's
I've seen it
it.
on YouTube. Yeah.
or to throw a damp towel on it lah.
Wow. My house is rubber now I think about it. I got a lot of pots without lids.
Why?
Like cast iron pan, like if I do stuff where got chance the oil catch fire one, I'm doing on a cast iron because I need the heat ma.
Okay, but you got wet towel. So
Yeah.
Which my word towel is
A
this
wet
size.
towel is fine.
so you need bigger
I
wet
need a
towels.
blanket. Okay.
So what are some other sources of fire, like beyond the usual ones that are causing fires in Singapore?
Well, it could be as simple as drop light. We refer to drop light as cigarette butts that are not being put out
So
properly.
eloquent.
Right.
If you do not put it out properly and you throw it in the bin, it may catch fire with all the other waste materials that's inside, right? Or worse still, sometimes the embers from the cigarettes, they might just fall off the cigarette and onto your bed or carpet and
smoking
they
in
might catch
their
fire.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, it could be a
Walao
candle
eh.
though, like if it's inside your room.
Ooh,
Then you
I need to talk to my wife.
You hit the candle, then it just falls. then
No,
you-
because like we always light a candle, right? And then we put it at our TV console, and then there's a curtain there, and then if the wind blow, right, it's like
I feel like this is a final destination.
I'm always
thing.
staring at it, like
Get a candle warmer, guys.
What is that?
So it doesn't use fire, you don't light the wick. it goes into a nice lamp looking thing, then there's a hot bulb. So worst case scenario, just light.
But got smell.
Got. So it doesn't burn, which means it lasts longer also because the wax doesn't disappear. Then there's no soot. Like $40.
Oh.
As opposed to fire, which is free. Yeah.
And also rubbish chute fires. These two are the main ones.
wait. What is a rubbish shoot fire?
it could be the centralized rubbish chutes. That at HDBs where you go out to the corridor, you throw.
Yeah, how does that catch fire?
Yeah, so sometimes there might be people who throw their cigarette butts down, or something catches fire inside. Yeah, so that occurs quite often.
So what there's a chance where I might be throwing rubbish, I open and suddenly smoke come out.
Yes, and that's how people usually discover these fires. It might be another neighbor who tries to throw rubbish and then he sees a lot of smoke coming down, and then they call 995 to report it.
Or since it's a whole system of just go in, all right, can I just pour water down?
Yes, you can, and that helps us a lot actually. Yeah, in fact, now are you familiar with the My Responder app?
I am familiar. I am a My Responder.
Okay,
Great.
wow, that's good. Yeah, so it's actually an app where we activate our community first responders to respond to cardiac arrest cases and also minor fire cases like the rubbish chute fires. So if you're nearby and you have this app, you might be activated to just go and help pour a bucket of water. If you're trained in CPR AED, then you can.
They even tell you where the AED is, then you can go and find.
Correct.
But so far I haven't responded to any.
But I think everybody knows how to pour a bucket of water down the rubbish chute. Yeah, so you could definitely do that, and that helps us a lot. I mean, just simply pouring a bucket of water down the rubbish chute, you're able to extinguish the fire already.
Wait, so then don't they call you already?
I mean,
Yeah, then
I got it. Denise is on.
No, but how do I
Then
know?
you call 995.
Like,
It's okay. Tell the team to turn back. Denise is on her way.
like, what if I pour already? Then after 2 hours later, somebody open this smoke coming
they
out.
fall right.
So I brought our fire extinguisher here. This is not my fire extinguisher. We are just a tenant in this building. my fire extinguisher in my office, right, don't have that thing.
The thing that you hold, is it to direct the thing?
Is this a full fire extinguisher or are we being shortchanged?
this is fine. This works too.
The thing?
Yeah, not a requirement.
Right. Is there any demonstration you want to do with us?
I don't think we can demonstrate it live here.
Oh, we could.
We all know
Yeah,
the
we can tell town council
consequences.
to
I
clean
think John knows the consequences of playing with a powder fire extinguisher. But I think just 4 steps to remember. I think we can all remember it with this acronym PASS, pass.
I love to
First,
pass.
you pull out the pin.
Okay.
The ring.
Pull out, okay.
Yeah.
Pull out.
Then you aim.
Jared's
you aim
proof.
it at the fire, and then you squeeze the lever, to expel the powder or the contents in the fire extinguisher, and then you sweep. You sweep it.
I thought shout for help. I was so sure. Then you shout, help!
I thought she meant the cleanup
This is only one use.
Don't have
Help
too much
me.
faith in yourself.
All right, and that's it for today's episode. This episode was brought to you in collaboration with SCDF. Thank you so much to them, and of course, Captain James.
Thank you,
You're
Captain.
welcome. Thank you for
your
having me
service.
here.
Thank you. And I also believe that there is an upcoming event on fire safety.
Yes,
coming up.
on 24th and 25th November, we actually have the Singapore Global Firefighters and Paramedics Challenge. In short, we call it the SGFPC. Yeah, so it's an event, where our firefighters and international firefighters will come here, and then we have a series of games and challenges where they do firefighting, rescue, and emergency medical response scenarios.
I've seen this on TikTok.
I've seen this on TikTok.
The ladder thing, is it? Like throw the ladder then climb up that one, isn't it?
Yes, that's part of the rescue.
Are you
Games,
participating?
No, I'm supporting in the parade. So there will also be a parade that you guys can view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is it? As in the public can go and watch the competition?
Yep. It'll be at the Singapore Expo, Hall 3.
Oh my god, it's indoors.
Indoors,
It's
yeah.
indoors. Wow. Cool. All right.
So we will also involve our community responders in these challenges. So there's a
see,
segment.
Don't
So
worry.
Denise, are you...
Yeah, she RSVP already.
No, when you say you
Okay.
never responded, did they ask for your help?
Nobody asked.
Oh, okay. I think they will choose also.
No,
Like, not this one.
because Sengkang is such a safe place, a healthy area,
I see. No, it's because you're near Punggol, then Punggol's really safe.
Okay.
Not Zaf's house.
Okay, so we hope that today's conversation has taught you something about fire safety and what to do if you're ever caught in one. Touch wood, touch wood. For more information, head down to the links below. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have you ever mooted the idea of doing a fundraiser, a topless photo shoot for a fundraiser? Talk about it.
I
not
think,
for your for the better of the charities in Singapore.
Community
I think,
chest.
I think the idea was brought up, right? Yeah.
What?
To be,
The selection process is the hardest one.
Other than that.
The pre-selection progress.
I guess it has to be tastefully done.
Would you volunteer for the good of humanity, of course?
I think I have colleagues who have better physics.
I see. So you don't want to support the charities, lah?
I would support in other forms.
I see. Okay, I can help you sell it, lah. Door to door.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you can be a very good salesman for a calendar if it ever comes out. Yeah.
Salesman only. Wow, kena burn. Okay, thanks.